Hello, I'm Simon Owens, and today we're talking about the irony of YouTube Shorts and how YouTube created an opening for TikTok to thrive. So let's first start by talking what are YouTube Shorts. Basically, it's this new initiative that YouTube is pushing where users will upload videos that are less than a minute long, so it's a maximum of 1 minute. They're actually shot using vertical video, like the kind you see on Instagram and TikTok. They use the hashtag short, so that is able to signal to YouTube that this is specifically for their shorts tab. And then YouTube basically created this specific tab within the mobile app for shorts where people can kind of browse through it like the For You page on TikTok. And YouTube is paying out about $100 million to creators who create shorts. So, and it's going to be kind of like these creator funds you see on like Snapchat and TikTok, where users are paid out based on basically how much traffic they generate to those videos. YouTube is heavily basically boosting these kinds of videos in their algorithm, so that's why you're suddenly seeing all these creators who, 6 months ago barely had any kind of following and now are generating tens of millions of views a month, is because they started creating these YouTube Shorts, and because YouTube wanted to push this product so much that now they're just getting tons and tons of views and growing super quickly, faster than any creators have been able to grow on YouTube for a long time. So why did YouTube launch YouTube Shorts? It's pretty obvious. It's to compete with TikTok. Basically, TikTok is the fastest growing competitor to emerge against YouTube. The only other platform that even comes close is Facebook with Facebook Watch, but even then, you don't have homegrown stars on Facebook Watch like you suddenly just have all these stars that are emerging on TikTok. So it's clear that TikTok is an organic competitor that poses a real threat in terms of video dominance to YouTube, unlike any other platform that has emerged since YouTube was created. So why is this ironic? The fact is that that TikTok would not have thrived as much as it would have if YouTube hadn't disincentivized short videos on its platform years ago. So like a decade ago, short content thrived on YouTube. Most videos were under 10 minutes. And it was kind of like a well-known adage within the YouTube community that you should try to keep your videos as short as 5 minutes, because that was kind of like the attention span on the internet. Mobile speeds weren't all that great, so people were still watching on a lot on their desktops, and so you had to grab people's attention very quickly. And so some of the most viral videos of early YouTube were extremely short. But then YouTube started incentivizing longer videos in the algorithm. So basically, the more time that people spent watching a YouTube video, that would signal to the YouTube algorithm that this was a successful or important video, and then it would start recommending it to people on their homepage. So people who created short form video suddenly saw all the oxygen going out of the room for their videos, as creators that were creating long form content suddenly were thriving. And so the people who were creating the short form content started creating longer form content so they could compete with these other YouTubers. So why did it do this? Why did YouTube start incentivizing longer videos? One, it allowed them to insert more advertising. So in addition to any kind of pre-roll ads that went in, it allowed them to basically insert mid-roll ad breaks splice them into the video itself. So if a video was like 15, 20, 30 minutes long, it could splice in, multiple ad breaks, and then the YouTuber themselves, the creator who gets a cut of that advertising revenue, they got incentivized to create longer, because not only was it being recommended in the algorithm more, but longer videos, they could actually make more money from them. And then the other reason that YouTube started incentivizing longer videos is because of basically they were trying to get onto TV. So like every connected TV video streaming platform from Roku to Amazon Fire has a YouTube app within it. And one of the fastest growing segments of YouTube watching is people watching on these connected TVs. Why do they want people to watch on connected TVs? Well, basically, then they can start selling ads to the advertisers who advertise on traditional TV networks. So as more of those like Fortune 100 companies come online, they still want that lean back TV experience much more than they want to reach people who are surfing YouTube on their phone or on their desktop, and they're willing to pay a premium for it. So YouTube, that's another reason that YouTube incentivized longer videos. But this created an opening for short form video because suddenly there wasn't a place for short form video to really thrive. Vine was sort of that, but Twitter really mishandled Vine and didn't do enough to reward creators, and then it basically died on the vine, so to speak. And so TikTok was the one that really mastered short form video, really mastered the algorithm, really delivering good results that are catered to individual users. And then suddenly YouTube or TikTok just started thriving, where YouTube was kind of hindered because it was too focused on short form content. And so that's the reason TikTok is so popular today. And that's also the reason that YouTube didn't want short content. And now it's desperate for short content, which is kind of ironic because the only reason Shorts now has to exist is because it has to compete with TikTok, which only exists or is as big as it is today because YouTube started disincentivizing short form video. So it's pretty ironic. Okay, that's all I had for you today. Subscribe to me on whatever channel you're watching this on, and definitely sign up for my newsletter at simonowens.substack.com. See you later this week.